So guys, just today we got a crazy leak. Now, I watched the actual leak for the Powerpuff Girls live action series, and let me just tell you, it is the most craziest cringe stuff I have seen in my entire life. Like, Star Wars The Acolyte doesn't even come close to this. I guarantee to you, if you want to see the leaked stuff, you can just go on X and search it, because there are lots of people who mirrored it, although right now Warner Bros. Is hitting people with copyright strikes on their channels, which is why I am not going to publish the actual video on this channel, common sense, but we can see what this is all about. So back in 2023, a live action series featuring the Powerpuff Girls grown up was cancelled at the CW following a number of reported troubles with the project. Now, a new teaser video has surfaced online showcasing what the show might have been like, and it's interesting to say the least. Now, the word interesting here is an understatement, because oh my god, the amount of cringe fest it's in this show is just like, what were they thinking? What were they drinking, man? I mean, the script, I saw some of the script, which was on X, and honestly, like, even a 15-year-old kid could write a better script than this. I mean, it's just crazy bad. So, the video was made available this morning on the YouTube channel Lost Media Busters, but has since been struck down with a copyright takedown from Warner Bros. Entertainment. The 3.5-minute trailer establishes the premise of the series. Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup have grown up into young adults and left home, with Blossom becoming a stressed and burnt out person, Bubbles turning to drinking, and Buttercup becoming generally rebellious and expressing distaste of gender norms. Now, this is really strong, because here literally they are just using everything to bring in their woke agenda into the TV show. And yes, it is as cringy as you can imagine. No wonder this show actually failed like crazy in the testers, because they were obviously testing this with test audience, and the pilot, when they did a test, the response was absolutely disaster. Now, in the trailer, the three inadvertently kill a human named Mojo and flee Townsville before returning home years later to visit their father, Professor Utonium. There they encounter Mojo's now adult son, Jojo, who has now become the mayor of Townsville, brainwashed the citizens and seeking revenge. The trailer peppered with edgy humor, edgy and crappy humor, including Bubbles making a quip about the Juggalos and Buttercup suggesting Jojo has a hate boner for Blossom. It's just ridiculous, man. The live-action Powerpuff Girls was the first reported in 2020, but it was then cancelled in 2023 after a number of setbacks, including a disaster miss on the initial pilot and the departure of Bennett from the project. That's right. The reason you do pilots is because sometimes things miss, and this was just a miss, said the chairman CEO Mark Pedowitz of the scrapped pilot at the time. We believe in the cast completely. Yeah, right. We believe in Diablo and Heather, the writers. We believe in the auspices of Greg Bartley at Warner Studios. In this case, the pilot didn't work, but because we see there's enough elements in there, we wanted to give it another shot. So that's why we didn't want to go forward with what we had. Tonally, it might have felt a little too campy. It didn't feel as rooted in reality as it might have felt, but again, you learn things when you test things out. And so in this case, we felt, let's take a step back and go back to the drawing board. Honestly, guys, like I said, the trailer is just ridiculous. There's websites like The Gamer, which they said that cancelled Powerpuff Girls reboot leaks. I still think it looks good. How on earth can you even say that this looks good? It looks disaster. It's horrible. Look who wrote this. Stacey Henley. Okay, let's check Stacey Henley. All right. Yeah, you can tell straight away. This person, all right, yeah, excellent. You can tell from the person's face exactly what are they implying. Oh my god, seriously, man. Anyway, let's go back. editor-in-chief, by the way. Okay, yeah, cool. So yeah, I mean, honestly guys, this is just an absolute disaster, and honestly I would have laughed if they would have actually published it, because maybe it would have been the lowest rated show of all time, as in literally all time. I mean, even worse than The Acolyte, because The Acolyte was horrible and Star Wars was pathetic, was cringe. But I mean, this one is a brand new level. I mean, like I said, just check out the trailer, which is leaked on X, on Twitter, because there's plenty of people who are reposting it every hour, basically. And honestly, guys, it's crazy. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, oh my god, like, what are they thinking? What was going through their head to publish this piece of terrible acting and movie and scripting and everything? Like, it's just disaster. But anyway guys, that's it for today's video. Powerpuff Girls has leaked, and finally we see why Warner Bros. Is having so many problems, because year after year after year their productions and their video games are all a miss. Like, the only proper game which was a success for Warner Bros. Was Hogwarts Legacy in the last couple of years, and then in shows again they had lots of problems because they keep kind of wanting to insert their wokeness and their agendas into these shows, and people said no thank you, we don't want that, we want to have effectively content which is free of your political agenda. And until they understand this, well, we're gonna have the same problem with this company year after year after year. So guys, that's it for today's video on this one. As always, I shall see you later in the next one.